Welcome to Politics Usual, episode 63. I was just reading Lee waxing poetic about Dune while shading Star Wars. Um,
Of course.
I
Of
mean,
course.
but I'm here. Fee is here. Ronnie is here. I'm assuming Joe will be on at some point. We text him, but it was mad late, so who knows? But we here. Um, we were here last week, weren't? Yeah, we was here last week.
Yeah, we was here
Um,
last week.
hasn't been a slow week. I mean, I guess
Uh,
yeah. Wale dropped an album. Ben Simmons is wild. Probably get some mileage out of those. But where we start? We start with Wale since we all listen to that.
yeah, we can talk about Florin a bit.
Yeah. So Wale dropped Falorin 2. Um, typical Wale album. I didn't hate it. It was cool. We were kind of talking about it before we jumped on. But gentlemen, what were your takes on it?
You can go, Fee.
Um,
Yawning, that ain't a good sign.
No, no,
nah, nah.
I'm looking for the track list. That's why I was like, Fee can go.
Nah, where it shines, it shines. Like I like the first 7 songs is like I don't poke it out is okay, but the first 7 is like there. I love the first 7 songs. Like if he just gave me those first 7, I would be cool with this. It would be like moving into my top 10 of the year. But then after that, this man hit me with like 4 chick songs in a row. But I didn't need 4. And I will give Wale his props. He does the chick songs better than most rappers. But I just didn't need 4 of them in a row. Like I didn't need that. And then we get the down south. Down south is that like I
Yeah.
don't need an East Coast nigga doing a down south song. Like, bro, you don't have to do that, bro. You could have gave me a Nike Boots remix or something. There's more things that you could have done. A go-go song, like do a DC song. There's no reason for you to come down south. And then extra special. I'm like, bro, why are you back on this vibe again, bro? We just left it. We went down south, and here you are with another chick sound or song. I don't need that. Fire and Ice and Beverly Boulevard are cool. If he could eliminate like narrow it down to like maybe 2 of the fucking chick songs, like it would have been cool. I like the Rick Ross feature. Um,
I hated the chorus on that joint.
the core that chorus and Name Ring Bell. I didn't like it first. I didn't like it because it sounded like he was like off beat. Like I don't know. I don't know what he was doing with that, but hey man, it sounds like you've been hanging around J. Cole with these fucking choruses, man. Go get somebody else, my nigga. You got all these other niggas down here at the bottom of this track list singing. Let them do that shit, bro. Don't give me them offbeat fucking choruses, guy. But other than that, it's like a 5 out of 10 because where it shines is really good, but where it's bad is just really bad. So it's like he got some 10 out of 10 tracks and then some 0 out of 10 tracks. Like shit, I know I'm never listening to again.
Yeah, I feel like he's gonna get away with the thing that rappers do often. Like, I'm gonna put this out here and call it a mixtape, even though it's all original songs and it's on a streaming service. So please grade it as a mixtape. Sure.
I hate that.
But me too. But yeah, it's a cool listen, and I'm glad to hear him kind of returning to like the go-go sound too. Like those were like some of my favorite tracks. Well, minus the track that's featuring Sean Stockman. Like I don't know, that one might grow on me, but first listen, I was like, eh. But it does have like a lot of the go-go sound. He's really rapping again. AJ, you'll probably get into this a bit more, but the thing that I disliked, if you know me, you know this by now, the sequencing. Like it doesn't like it's real like up and down. Like I think if it was sequenced better, like it'll have a better feel overall, which is why he might be calling this a mixtape or whatever. But no, it was a cool listen. It's I mean, if you like Wale, you'll like it. If you don't, this isn't going to change your opinion. But yeah, it's a cool listen.
Yeah, like number one, it's not a fucking mixtape. It's a retail LP, aka an album. Like I want all you rappers to stop. Like I wish niggas had not rediscovered what the fucking EP was, because niggas been trying to call, and I blame, and I know Kendrick said that little bullshit. what 14 tracks, called it an EP. They said I'm tripping, but I'm just trying to no, nigga, that's not a fucking rule, nigga. An EP is an extended play. It's single, maxi single, EP, and LP. Like that's what they are.
If your EP is 60 minutes, it's not an EP.
It's not an EP. That's the depth. That's a defined LP. It is not a mixtape because nigga, we gotta pay to access it, bro. Like mixtapes when we was coming up was fucking free. Like you not finna get away with calling this shit a mixtape when it's all original records and you have to pay to access. You're getting the benefits of a fucking album. Like mixtapes was promo, they was free. Hell, DJ Drama went to jail for selling them shits, even though he was selling the art. Like that should tell you everything you need to know about like what the mixtape game was. But it's cool. Like I wasn't too much a fan. Like New Balances was Name Ring Bells was cool. Polka Dot was cool. J. Cole continuing his rapping better on features than his own shit. Which kind of tells me subconsciously that like Cole knows he be putting out bullshit. Cause he get on everybody else shit and he brings like the Cole that niggas want to hear, but then he get on his own shit. And he be doing bullshit. Tiffany Nikes, Caramel Fluctuate, Light Years. Again, I hated the fucking the hook on that. But I didn't mind the More Love joint, but yeah, Down South could have been gone. Extra Special could have been gone. Like if he gets rid of like I wasn't really feeling Jump In either. Like if you just get rid of like 11, 12, and 13, this is a much better album. Like you just get rid of those three records, I feel like this is a much better record. Jehovah says artists ruin the term mixtape and EP like fans ruin the term classic. Yes. Your shit it's not an EP, it's not a mixtape, it's a fucking album. Stop trying to use that to skirt the expectation. If you want to put out a free project, then what was that shit 50 Cent said back in the day? When he hate when niggas be like, yeah, this is an album for me, nigga. If the album for you, put it out.
Yeah, play it for yourself, nigga.
Hashtag Lee hates everything. I've never understood the Wale thing, like ever.
I'll tell you why. Like songs like Tiffany Nikes is why I fuck with Wale, because he is taking me back to the fucking purest part of the sneaker culture. Like when he's rapping about things like that. But yeah, that's why Tiffany Nikes is my favorite song, because it made me go back to like fucking 05, 06, 07, 08, 09, like before hype beats were a thing. Like when you had to really be in the know to get certain shit. There was no online sneakers app. You had to be in the fucking mall with a fucking pistol or a group of niggas, so niggas not snatching your shoe. Like shit like that, Wale captures that perfectly for me, like as far as the fashion and shit goes. That's why I fuck with Tiffany Nikes. Like Caramel's really good too. I fuck with that song too.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. Like
that shit was Fluctuator's cool too. Like those things, like when Wale is high, he's really high. But when that man is low, goddamn is he low, brother. That nigga's limbo. Goddamn.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's like the perfect like summation of this is like when this album is great, it's great. When it's not, it's not.
Yeah.
Like, and I mean, again, like Wale talks about how he turns people off and like he attempts to be self-aware while not really being self-aware. It's like, well, yeah, part of the reason people don't like you is because you come across as rude. But the other thing is you complain all the fucking time that people don't like you enough while being off-putting.
I think his problem is like his best work people weren't really paying attention to. Like the album About Nothing is a really, 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 really solid album, really good album. Like, and The Gifted, like that three run album, and he had, not to mention Forlorn, the 11-1-11 Theory. Like he had a good run where he was dropping fucking straight heat, but nobody was paying attention to this nigga at all. Like even with him going to MMG.
I'll take this one. Yeah.
All right. From a lyrical perspective, what does Wale do well? That's Lee's question if you're not watching this.
So yeah, what captured me with Wale is like for one thing, his like he has like at his best he's like he has really good wordplay. And I typically hate when people do this because I think it's something overdone, especially like when niggas say like Derrick Rose, I'm back on my bullshit or something like like overuse, but he uses like the sports similes and metaphors like very well. And but yeah, his wordplay is really good. And so while I wouldn't call him like a traditional lyricist, like he has like really great wordplay. Like on the mixtape About Nothing, there's a track that's over a go-go beat and he's just flipping like Seinfeld references the entire song, and it's like actually pretty damn good. So like his lyricism won't like blow you away, but his wordplay is like really good. So that's what captured me about Wale at his best. The other side of that, when he's not at his best, his flow sounds like super dull and lazy. And you could tell like this latter portion of his career, he's been like uninspired and he's gone away from that. But this was, I won't say this was a true return to form, but it's closer to what I used to like about Wale. But yeah, the wordplay is what
Yeah, like I
you know.
like Lotus Flower Bomb, he just has like a little line, and I really wasn't paying attention to Wale, but he was like, "You the bomb and all, but can I land mine?" Like little simple shit like that, but you're putting it in a single in a girl song like that. I like shit like that. That draws me to him because it's like it's for the ladies, but if you are looking for lyrics, he's gonna put that little simple shit in there for you to catch.
Yeah, like while I'd say like the thing that Wale is good at is like kind of putting you somewhere. Like, like the Tiffany Nikes thing, like taking you to like, back to like sneaker culture. Like he can be good at putting you in a space like similar to like I don't think Rick Ross is an MC by any means, but if you listen to that nigga, you gonna feel like you doing some luxurious shit. Like regardless of what like you listen to Santorini Greece and it's like, hey nigga, I feel like I've been to Santorini Greece after listening to that. Like Rick Ross is great at like describing some shit. So I don't I wouldn't put Wale like anywhere near like a top tier like MCing, but I do think that he's good at what he does, and he does just enough. Like he ain't I'm trying to think of like a basketball or a football player to compare him to, where it's like you don't see it, but it's like every once in a while they just do something. All right, yeah, yeah, I kind of get it. Like he's one of those. He give you just enough to where it's like, all right, yeah, I can see why he's starting. I can see why he got a couple All-Star votes, even if that nigga ain't necessarily an All-Star.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe like a fucking Kyle Lowry or like a fucking
yeah.
DeMar DeRozan, like somebody like how the fuck this nigga just got a fucking 22? How nigga? How was he
Hey,
scoring?
and this might seem kind of disrespectful, but Kyle Anderson, they used to play for the Spurs and now plays for the
Slow
Grizzlies.
mo, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you'll look up and he'll have like 16 and you like nigga how? Like nothing about this looks like it should work, but it does. It's like like somebody like that, it's like, bro, this ain't supposed to work like, but it do. And it's like the Alonzo Mourning gift. You
What if
like
it's not? What if it ain't? Maybe it's not. But what if like Dwight Howard, like how we was talking about him, like if maybe if Wale was in the '90s, he wouldn't get no play. But in this generation, with these niggas here, hey man, he fucking first team All NBA with these niggas he playing with. Now he's back there with fucking Patrick Ewing and them. Well, he back there rapping with Q-Tip and them. He not getting these accolades, but he ain't rapping with them niggas. He rapping with these niggas now. So he done
No,
stole him a couple defensive player of the year awards.
when Wale dropped, and he was kind of like he led the charge of the new generation of the Kendricks, the Coles, the Drakes. But when Wale dropped and those came after him, I actually had like the people that I just named, I actually had them behind Wale because mixtape About Nothing, more About Nothing, Return to the Feature, like he was really rapping on those. So I was like, okay, Wale is gonna go places, but
back to the feature?
Back to the Future, yeah. No, Back to the Future is a crazy ass tape, but he wanted that space that they occupied, but he didn't realize like he was also in a place where what drew people to him was what was different from what drew people to like a Cole or a Drake. But he wanted that, much like what Joe is saying in the comments. Like he wanted those flowers instead of appreciate what he had. So then he changed up altogether and tried to occupy different lanes. And he was always a bad fit with MMG. And yeah, his career has kind of been like weird and off track. But yeah, when he first came out, like when he was like on like records with the Roots, like just really rapping, I was like, okay, he's like next up.
If he would have, and I always say this about him, like if he would have just looked over to the left and seen what Currency was doing, like Currency, Wale raps about a little more deeper stuff than him, but as far as like the sneakers and fashion and cars, like if he would have just stayed over there with fucking Currency, like they could have occupied that fucking space together.
Mm-hmm.
He could have just grew his underground fan base up, and he would have got all the fucking flowers he wanted. Because Currency gets tons of flowers from niggas every day, bro. Like niggas just love him for staying the same and doing him, like not changing up the fucking formula, like the real fucking underground king. Like, but Wale just wanted to be mainstream too fucking much.
Yeah, you said it. Like that's the like what Currency did is the long game. Like you really got to have like stamina and endurance for that. Wale wanted it like right now. Like he saw Drake blowing up. He was like, nah, I want that. He saw, J. Cole on Blueprint 3. He was like, that's what I want. So he wanted like that instant gratification instead of like just continuing to put the work in.
Well, not only that, he thinking he should be making the All-Star game, but it's like, bro, you putting up 15 a night on a sub 500 team. Like you not an All-Star, bro. Like you're good. Like you're good for what it is that you, and by his team, I don't mean MMG. I mean like his music. Yeah. Like you're not that dude. Like, I mean, that.
But if we being real on them MMGs, like on them first one, like especially on the first one, like Wale had like the third best verse on a lot of songs, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like Pandemonium. I'm trying to think of the name of the other song, because they were like putting out them 6-minute singles, and they was on the videos. Like Meek was spitting, like Meek was floating over all them niggas, and then you had Ross doing Ross, and then there's like, oh, the other one was 600 Beans. Like Wale didn't have a real good verse on 600 Beans. Like his verse was cool, but
yeah,
it's like you thinking you should get this other shit when you not that guy, and it's like, yo, you can eat for the rest of your life and set up your kids and maybe your grandkids if you just get out here and grind. But like, why, like, you out here chasing something and it's not for, and it's like the harder you chase it, the more these people don't like you. So you really sitting here with a girl that like looks good and you complaining because the IG chick don't want you. Like, It's like, nigga, you don't live the lifestyle that the IG chick is gonna want you for. So why you sitting up here ignoring your girl who's fine, has a good job, like pay her half of the rent? Like
that nigga Wale like fucking Kyle Kuzma, bro, complaining that you don't want to chip with the Lakers, right? I want more minutes, I want more shots. Now look at you in Washington.
Now you ain't got no coat. Didn't Gunplay get the best of him on a lot of those MMG songs too?
Yeah,
I don't. Every time I think of Gunplay, I think of him getting carried out the award show by G Unit. So
Gunplay was on the tear though. Yeah, no. Okay, so this is something I've been wanting to get on my chest for a long time, and I know this is y'all Ohio brethren. Stolly was one of like the worst rappers I've ever heard, but people was like, yeah, man, he's such a nice guy, man. Like if you gotta say that about a rapper, he's ass. Like,
man, listen,
and don't be throwing out just because we from Ohio don't mean we fucking.
Hey, look, I never even heard of this nigga until he was on. I think he was on the first Pilot Talk, and he was on Address, and I heard this nigga rapping. His verse was cool. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go check this nigga out. Then I seen he was with MMG. I downloaded that man tape and deleted it right off my computer because that shit was just doo doo, bro. I'm sorry. I try to support you, but that shit was ass cheeks, bro.
Man, I ain't lived in Ohio in 15 years. I've been like twice in the last 10 years up there. I'm from there.
I don't even know if niggas from Ohio listen to Stally. I ain't gonna lie to you.
And he from Cleveland. Like,
he from Mansfield. He from Mansfield. He ain't from Cleveland.
Stolly cheeks. Ain't Mansfield close to Cleveland?
Dog.
Yeah.
So all right, so here's the thing. Like he had a basketball scholarship and he blew his ACL. And he started rapping because of that. Like while he was in recovery, he dropped his first tape, and this is one of the funniest tweets of all time. Somebody said, "Why God had to take his ACL because I would have never heard this album.
Fucked up.
I would have never heard this album if he was still."
Hey man, the internet is a terrible place. But since we've talked enough basketball, we got any thoughts on the NBA's top 75 or the 75 and 75th anniversary team?
I need to see the list. I know that nigga Klay Thompson was heated.
So here's my one take, and I get why they didn't do this, but you were setting yourself up for this by not doing this. There are too many dudes from the original 50 team who should have been put off.
Mm-hmm.
And do I personally think that I could give Bob Cousy 40? Yes.
Yes.
Like currently, right now, at age 34, my hamstring fucked up and all. I feel like I could give Bob Cousy 40. Like, in his prime. Like, I ain't even got to warm up. That nigga getting 40. Like off rip. But Bill Walton's on there. Like, look, listen. Bill Walton played basically 3 full NBA seasons before he got hurt.
Yeah.
How's he on that list? But Grant Hill ain't on it.
Melo.
Tracy McGrady ain't on it. What? Dwight Howard ain't on it? Like, listen, man. Now, Dwight Howard is he benefited because Gabe, if you follow Gabe on Twitter, if you don't follow Gabe on Twitter, just know that Gabe likes to argue with motherfuckers all day long. That's like his thing. But Gabe was like, how's he on there above Patrick Ewing? He was putting up like all NBA. I'm like, yo, who was the second best center when Dwight Howard was at his peak in the NBA?
Shit.
Like there was one year Marcus Camby was the second team all NBA center. Amari Stoudemire got it like once or twice. Yao Ming got it once. Andrew Bynum caught a third.
Yeah, I was about to say his comp was truly Bynum.
Like
and Big Z. Yeah.
Like now, who were the best centers in the NBA when Patrick Ewing played? I mean, he came in at 85. Moses Malone was still around. Kareem was still playing. Hakeem. So
you got niggas who was trash, like Robert Parrish. That nigga still playing.
David Robinson. Like, but Bill Walton on the list? Dave DeBusschere?
Bill Walton is like the Terrell Davis of the fucking NBA, bro.
Okay, let's chill now. Let's chill.
Bro, I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying. Man. TD was amazing, but he did it for such a short time. But
I like Joe's comment better. Yeah,
he gets that pass that fucking that Bill Walton gets, bro. This man was here for about 2-3 good seasons, bro, and he Hall of Fame.
Like, all right, so. And we ain't even got to pick on the old niggas.
Nah. Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
I mean, listen, I'm saying we don't even just got to pick on the old nigga. I mean, there's an argument against Reggie, against Ray Allen. Like, if you want to keep it a buck, maybe Scotty. Like, we ain't got to just pick on them. We can. How many niggas that didn't make that list should be on there above Reggie Miller?
Like, because just like you said, Trace McGrady like not being on there, but Reggie Miller being on there is egregious.
Completely egregious. Anthony Davis, like,
bruh,
you're projecting putting Anthony Davis on there right now,
bruh. Come on.
There's no reason Anthony Davis should be on there. When niggas used to argue that Kevin Love was a top 5 player in the NBA, I'm like, nigga, he's putting up fucking them numbers on a bad team and they're not winning. He's not fucking top nothing in the NBA. When Anthony Davis was fucking healthy on the Pelicans, they weren't doing shit. They was in the basement, bro. No, I don't care what your numbers look like, bro.
I love Dame. Should Dame really be on there right now? Like
Dame my guy, but he shouldn't be on there over Klay Thompson. And Dame is my favorite player in the league right now.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like Paul Pierce.
Paul Pierce should be on there just for his summer, bro. That nigga top 75 off of that alone, bro. The realest nigga in it, bro. What do you mean?
Slurs McKenzie.
My nigga slurs. But yeah, Paul Pierce is the greatest sorry nigga of all time. A wise man, because I can think of a few people who should replace him.
I hate how slow that nigga play, bro. I hate that shit.
But like, the NBA was gonna create a firestorm if it booted people off. But in the last 25 years, because there's 76 players on the team, and there's dudes like Rodman and McAdoo who ended up making it on there, who like weren't on the original. But it's like in the last 25 years, you mean to tell me we ain't got more players that you could have made a top 50 team off the last 25 years, just from 96 off the omissions of the current players, and then the players who, like, there's so many good players who didn't make it. But Dwight's the biggest omission. But get Bill Walton off this fucking list, bro.
You think Dwight the biggest omission?
Yeah, I think Dwight's the biggest omission.
Over Clay? I don't know.
Yeah, because like the thing with Clay is like, he was the second best player on one championship team. He's one of the greatest shooters of all time. But and Game 6 Clay is a thing. 60 points on like 7 dribbles or something absurd like that. But with Clay, like, hold on, let me look this up before I speak out of turn.
Hey, look, man, Dwight Howard, I'm not mad he's not on there, because when that nigga was in the fucking Lakers and the Magic and that nigga in the Rockets and he was calling for the ball in the post, that man has no post moves. He does not deserve to be on there, bro. He can't get on there till he gets one post move, bro. I'm sorry. They keep that nigga off.
I mean, he got 3 defensive players of the year, though.
Man.
Like, and he got a top, and he was the best player on a team that made it to the finals and beat LeBron.
Man, that nigga got no fucking. Was he the best player on that team, or was Hedo Turkoglu the best player on that team?
Hedo Turkoglu was the most important player on that team, but Dwight was the best.
He was absolutely the best. Like that, Hedo was only able to do what he did because of Dwight. Like
could only do what he do because
Hedo. Because I remember Hedo Turkoglu with the Kings, that he was butt. So when he made it to the Magic, they had that system where they would play in the Dwight and he kicked the ball out, and Hedo would be like, okay, easy money. So
like now he don't set everybody else up. Like he definitely made plays, and the engine didn't, like, because they kind of unlocked when Hedo got there. Right. But like I'm not saying nothing egregious like the nigga should kick Patrick Ewing off, but he definitely could kick off Bill Walton and Reggie Miller. I'm definitely saying that. But again, Grant Hill, T-Mac, like T-Mac has one of the highest peaks of any player of all time.
So do Bill Walton, apparently.
Man, Bill. Hey, nah. I'm gonna ask this question that anyone that's in the chat can answer too.
Oh shit!
If you had to guess, based on the way they talk about Bill Walton, what do you think his highest points per game total was in the 3 full seasons he played?
Shit, probably 18.
Yep.
I'm just being generous.
Yep.
Now they could take Bill Walton off because he's a terrible announcer. I hate that nigga announcing games.
Joe Hova says Jason Kidd don't need to be on there either. I mean, he got a title. He was Rookie of the Year. He led the Nets to 2 NBA Finals. I'm not mad at Kidd being on there.
Yeah, I'm not.
But he's another one who theoretically could go. What's Kidd got? Kidd, NBA champion, 10-time All-Star, 5 All-NBA first teams, 1 second team, 4 All-Defensive first teams, 5 All-Defensive second team, Rookie of the Year, All-Rookie team. Yeah, I mean,
Asen shit pretty solid.
Yeah, he should be on there, and I think he's like second or third all time. No, third all time in 3-point makes.
Yeah,
for a nigga who didn't have a jumper for like the first 4 years of his career.
Well, yeah, upon second review, man, like, let me put Bob Cousy to the side because like that nigga.
Bob Cousy definitely shouldn't be on there.
That nigga like half a bar for me. But Anthony Davis, man, I'm just nah. This is recency bias at its highest, and still, if it even is recency bias, he still hasn't accomplished that much to make it on the list.
Let's look at Anthony Davis's career so far. So on the accolades, he got the championship, 8-time All-Star, All-Star Game MVP, four All NBA first teams, 2 All Defensive first teams, 2 All Defensive second teams, led the league in blocks 3 times, All Rookie first team. Did he not win Rookie of the Year?
Oh, he didn't.
Who won Rookie of the Year that year?
I have no idea. That's a good trivia question because shit, I thought he won Rookie of the Year.
2012.
Who was the point guards that came out? Because point guards usually win it because they got the ball more.
Yeah, it probably was Michael Carter Williams.
Nah, he wasn't in that draft.
Oh, okay.
I think Michael Carter Williams was like the next year.
Oh, okay.
He had to have won. Hold on, man. I'm pretty sure he won Rookie of the Year.
Kyrie Irving.
Okay. Well, okay.
Nah, Kyrie.
You said 2012.
But Kyrie was the number 1 pick when he came out.
Well, what year did AD come out?
Oh, it was Dame. Dame won it.
Okay.
So yeah, you was right. It was a guard.
Yeah, I never bet on like when Zion and Ja was coming out. I'm like Ja's going to win because Ja's going to have the ball in his hands more. He can.
I mean, Zion played like 15 games.
Well, even before the season, I said he was going to win.
AI like.
And that's even with him being on like the stinking ass Pistons at the end of his career.
Yeah, his last 3 seasons were like a wash.
Man, AI played like, I think it's something absurd. Like he played 40 minutes per game for like the first like 10 seasons of his career.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like 40, 39.4, 41.5, 40.8, 42, 43.7, 42 and a half, 42 and a half, 42.3, 43.1, 42.7, 42.4, 41.8,
tired right now.
And then he dropped to 36 and a half, 22, and then 31 his last little bit with it. But yeah, he falls off a cliff once he gets to Denver, his last year in Denver. And then he goes from 26.4 to like 18 a game, and then it's 12 and 14.
That's because he was over. That's when he went to the Pistons. They had all them fucking guard. Like he over there trying to battle with fucking Rodney Stuckey stinking ass for the ball.
Oh.
Yeah, another fire Wale punchline like I'm Rodney Stuckey. I'm never giving my number up. he dropping those sports references, man.
I mean, nigga, how you gonna look at Allen? The reason you wearing number 3, even if it's indirectly, and say you ain't giving him your nigga, who are you?
Rodney Stuckey, apparently.
Eastern Washington University's finest.
His name whole weight, bro.
Man, nah, AI's numbers are like absolutely like, and the cold part is like AI got 4 scoring titles, and his high the year he had his career high scoring, he ain't win the fucking scoring title. Because that was the year Kobe went crazy and averaged 35. AI had 33 that year. Like, huh? And that was the year they changed the defensive rules up.
Yeah.
So him and Kobe both went like nuts, which is why I always laugh when people act like dudes from the 90s wouldn't have scored more today. It's like, look at the 2 dudes who played the first half of their careers in the hand checking era, and look what they did the minute hand checking went out. Like AI scoring went from, I mean, he went from 31 to 33, but like the 2 years before that, he was 27.6, 26.4, and then 31, 33, and 31.
Yeah, like you could actually see the trend.
Like, and Joe's right. Like Larry Brown was running that. It's no wonder that man hit a fucking cliff when he turned 30.
But he ain't had no choice because who else you want Eric Snow to fucking score? like Allen Iverson was the scorer, and maybe Larry Hughes if he's on one of them teams. But then you got fucking the Ugly Brothers, fucking Tyrone Hill, fucking Dikembe Mutombo,
Aaron McKee.
like, bro, they got the Black Forces squad of all time, bro. The fucking Black Forces
them
Avengers
niggas was out there running out fucking Todd McCullough,
Dog.
Nigga
Samuel Dallenberg,
that had no choice but to play all them fucking minutes.
Rajah Bell.
You don't fucking let Tyrone Hill shoot a jump shot. Hey, what the fuck you doing? Hey, pass the ball, nigga. You ain't out here for that. Scare
like,
these niggas.
bruh, like Matt Geiger, like.
Also, man, I'll never forgive Larry Brown and the Sixers Bass for trading my hometown hero at the trade deadline, Theo Ratliff for Dikembe. Of course, Dikembe the bigger name, but Theo Ratliff just second team All NBA.
I forgot about Theo Ratliff. Damn, they really had
defensive player of the year.
They had to do that though, because it was basically like Larry Brown looked up and was like, all right, AI ain't go play defense. And he want the ball all the fucking time. So let me just go get a bunch of goons who gonna play defense and let this man shoot all the fuck he wants to. Like listen to some of them names, bruh.
Nigga had the creased Black Forces, nigga, tied all the way up to the fucking ankle, bruh.
Like, nigga, Todd McCullough was getting meaningful minutes on a finals team, dog. That's fucking egregious. Oh my God, George Lynch, nigga, like them niggas.
I forgot about George Lynch.
Like niggas who ain't gonna do nothing but go get you 6 hard fouls. Hey, I had like 8 of them.
I'm telling you, bro, they had a bunch of fucking Pat Bevs. Like if Pat Bev was playing, he would have been on that team with them niggas, bro.
Dog, Kevin Ollie, Jumaine Jones.
Jumaine, not Jermaine. Jumaine, J-U. Bruh.
Yeah. This is the nastiest roster of all time, man. Like
dog, and then the fact
Nazir Muhammad.
Then they brought in Iguodala and they like, well, yeah, he doesn't seem to be playing well with nigga. Look who he been playing with. Why would you expect this man to acquiesce to Iguodala? He like, hey, bro, come foul these niggas and play defense. Oh shit!
Black Forces Energy Squad, bro.
What else did I say we was gonna bring up? Aside from this, we got sidetracked.
We'll talk about what Ben Simmons, nutty ass.
Oh yeah. Sticking with the NBA. Benjamin Simmons. I don't even know if that nigga name is Benjamin, but that nigga's Benjamin today. First of all, Daryl Morey's an idiot.
Yeah.
Because it shouldn't have came to this.
Because I was gonna say, I don't know if y'all saw like what Joel was saying before the game started today.
Talking about he's our brother and all that shit.
Yeah, so this comes the day after Daryl Morey pretty much said, hey, we're gonna make this work. So I'm inclined to believe they really think they're gonna bring Ben Simmons into the fold. And AJ, like you said on the previous episode, like you don't show people how shitty the car is and then try to upsell them on it, like try to tax them on it because people see how shitty the car is now.
Bro, just earlier this week, Daryl Morey talked about it's going to be a 4-year process to trade this nigga. Last week, Embiid talking about, I'm tired of talking about this nigga. Yeah, like, what are you talking about, nigga? If I'm hearing this, yeah, nigga, I'm doing what Ben Simmons doing. Hey, man, I just need some mental health days, nigga, all of them, indefinitely. Give me a therapist. I'm not coming to work, nigga.
Like, you can't, I think the analogy I used was, like they had a nice ass car that got in an accident and they towed it straight to their garage and slapped the for sale sign on it and said, yeah, but it's still a Mercedes. Nigga, we seen that. We saw the engine drop out the motherfucking car. Nigga, what are you talking about? Why I say Morey's an idiot is you trying to fleece somebody and there's no one to fleece except maybe the Sacramento Kings.
Yeah.
But there's no one to fleece here. It's like, bro, we know. Like at this point, you're only going to get back garbage contracts. And you might be lucky if Sacramento calls and is like to make the money work, like, hey, we'll give you Harrison Barnes, Marvin Bagley, and one of them 17 point guards they got.
Yeah. But I was going to say, if you toss in Buddy Hield, like you're actually kind of doing like the 76ers a favor.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like only the Kings would be dumb enough to actually.
Yeah. Yeah, like, only they would be dumb enough to do that.
Like they would be stupid enough to be like, let's, because, and of course, Simmons said he'll play for any of the California teams except for Sacramento. So they would be dumb enough to make the trade. But it's like you can't get nothing for him. So you're going to have this dude sit rather than going and getting a serviceable couple players. Because you got Joel. Maxey looks to be like a pretty good player. Seth Curry's been balling in this fucking game that's been on right now.
Mm-hmm.
You're still paying Tobias Harris the highest fucking paid player on your team.
He's getting off. He is sliding under the radar with his stuff.
Oh no, he's ski mask Hall of Fame, bro. That nigga's a number 3 getting paid like a fucking number 1 and playing like a number 3, bro.
But what's wild, like he hasn't been bad. Like he might, like, you know how we talk about Paul George is like the dude, he's either number 1 or number 3, but he can't be your number 2. Tobias Harris might be, I can't be your number 3, but I can be your number 2. Which ain't as wild, like, as the 1 and 3 thing, because it's like, because Ben Simmons he either needs to be your number 1 or your number 3. Like, he can't be your second best player because he doesn't know what the fuck to do with himself.
Well, the team was built bad. They should have traded Joel Embiid a long time ago because he stays hurt too much, and big men with foot problems never last. They should have traded him, built around fucking Simmons, like niggas built around fucking LeBron, or like Milwaukee built around fucking Giannis. You can get you niggas who can shoot threes, play defense, keep the paint clear, and let this nigga fucking take niggas from the top of the key, Euro step all day, and dunk on niggas.
Yeah, like, outside of, like, Shaq and Penny might be the only time, and that wasn't even the Magic's decision for real, but Shaq and Penny's like the only time where the team taking the little man over the big man, like, worked out.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't work out in the team's favor. Like, one, they drafted shitty. It was like, just go get the best players and we'll make it work. And like Daryl Morey's thing is like, he's looking at this from purely a number standpoint. And it's like, yo, these niggas got to work with Ben Simmons. And they think he's a sucker.
Mm-hmm.
And they're telling, it's not bad enough that you think he's a sucker, but you're telling the media that you think he's a sucker. Well, I'm not about to come into work and you done told everybody you think I'm a hoe ass nigga. Well, I'm coming to work with y'all, nigga. Now I'm really a hoe ass nigga if I show up working with y'all. I've even told everybody in the world, hey, this nigga's a hoe ass nigga, and I'm over here working with you. Like, no, bro.
Man, I ain't mean that, man. You know, heat of the moment. That nigga in the background looking like.
But all right, so hold on. Because Joe raises a good point. I remember watching Ben Simmons at LSU. Like, I was like, damn, this nigga is phenomenal. But once you got around to Kentucky, once you got around to Florida, once you got around to Arkansas, like if it's a game and the heat is on, like he would always disappear. Like he just simply does not want to be that guy. So I think it's almost like when the Timberwolves like gave Andrew Wiggins like the ultimatum, like please get better, please. So I think they see the potential. Obviously, they see how talented he is. They want him to be that guy, but he clearly has no interest in it. So part of me like does understand why they were kind of like dancing in the middle and doing the waiting game, and now they're kind of leaning like, okay, like Embiid's the guy. But at the same time, like you waited too long to make a choice. Like you should have decided is either which I can't remember which conference finals that was. But like the moment I saw it, I was like, yeah, they got to break these guys up. Like one has to go. And
are you talking about the one with
Toronto?
Yeah, versus Toronto.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, one of these guys got to go, and I don't know who's it gonna be, but one needs to go. But now they're like coming around to this realization like years later, and now it's like almost too late.
Yeah, it's kind of like with Boston. Like Boston waited too long to make moves on all those assets. And it's like, yeah, you got two great players out of it with Brown and Tatum, but you didn't get what you could have got. Like you could have went and got a year of Kawhi and won a title. You could have went and banked on Anthony Davis and just said, fuck it, we're trading for you. But now it's like, what did you get from all those Nets draft picks and all those assets and like too many dudes? Like you had too many dudes and you can never have too many dudes. Like when you got a bunch of low spades, it just don't. And for Philly, they had the opposite issue. They got a bunch of motherfuckers that want to be the guy, but they don't fit well together. Like Fultz, like number one, they fucked up not drafting Tatum. That's just that just is what it is. Because Tatum would have been a much better fit alongside them than Fultz would. But you should have looked at everything you had and just been like, all right, fuck it, we finna make a decision. Because even if you don't go get, even if you keep Embiid, you can go put more shooters around Embiid. But I said a few years ago, nah, I'm trading Embiid and I'm keeping, because when Simmons wants to be, like he had that big game last year when Embiid was out and dropped like 40 something, and he's shown like, yo, when I want, but I think he knows like, okay, this Embiid done hijacked the process, is his own personal nickname. Everyone loves him, and he's probably just like, well, fuck y'all don't like me, y'all don't want me here, then I'm just gonna collect my money and not be here. But I think it was WAP asked, like, I don't get what the thing with Ben Simmons is. I was like, oh, he's Draymond Green, but has the potential to be way better.
Yeah,
he could be fucking Giannis. Like if you ever see them clips of that nigga in the gym where he's just fucking casually fading away, shooting fucking 30-foot jump shots, like if that nigga could do all that, that nigga would be the greatest fucking basketball player ever.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like you have a 6'10" point guard who actually should be like more of a point forward, and then your center thinks he's a damn point guard. So yeah, of course, like it's gonna be friction. Like you have a center who wants to be the primary ball handler at the top of the key and shit. Like, but
even when they play together, like they got Embiid floating outside the 3-point line, to make room for, and it's like that doesn't work. Like at some point, you should have looked and been like, all right, one of these niggas got to go.
Yeah,
I mean, even if you start them together and then maybe take Ben Simmons out after like 5 minutes and then let fucking Embiid finish the first quarter, then let fucking Simmons run with the fucking second unit, like primarily play with them at the beginning of the second quarter to keep them off the floor, and then just keep split Tobias Harris minutes with them and Steph Curry minutes with them evenly, so they got enough scoring on the floor at all times and enough shooters.
I mean, I don't think the issue was like the issue was like at the end of a game, because you basically play a 4-on-5. Like, you can't take Simmons out the game at the end of the game, because then everybody gonna be looking like, yo, why this nigga ain't playing?
Well, shit. Not only that, he the best defender on the floor for them.
Yeah, but it's like you got to, because he won't go up on a dunk against Trae Young, little frail ass, because he's afraid of getting fouled and having to shoot free throws.
But that's why like Giannis is like so much way further ahead of him, because Giannis will come down and airball a 3 and that motherfucker get a rebound and come right back around and shoot that bitch again, bro. He's taking it to the rim. He don't care if he missed the free throw. He's going to shoot the next one. Like Giannis got the fucking mentality. Like I don't give a fuck. I don't care how many times I miss. I'm still going to shoot. Ben Simmons like, fuck that. I'm not shooting at all.
Hey, you know what? This reminds me of the conversation we was having in the PlayStation chat the other day. We was talking about people's attitudes at work. And it's like motherfuckers ain't been close enough to poverty. That's why they act like the way they do at work. Giannis done seen some shit. Same way with these Eastern European cats. All the Vics and all them folks from Slovenia and Yugoslavia and
Croatia and all them players.
All them up. They done seen some real shit.
Dog, you saw Lucas Brothers, like yeah.
Like they done seen some shit. Like, so, yeah. Jehovah makes a great point. Giannis said he was gonna be back in Greece if his ceiling was Nick Batum. Like, Giannis had no choice but to get better. He got 4 or 5 brothers. His family is Nigerian immigrants from Greece. Like, when you as Bomani Jones like to call it, the can't go back crew. Like, when you can't go back, I can't go back. Like, and it's like, and Roddy, you know this. at work. You can tell the motherfuckers who act like their world is gonna be all right if the job don't work. Nigga, I'm at a point where I can't let my job not work out. Nigga, I done been close enough to poverty to where I'm finna work and bust my because I'm not losing my job, nigga. Like I can't go back.
Hey, but niggas that fucking overtime come open, niggas be like, oh yeah, I'll take that shift, bro. Yeah, come on, Not Ben Simmons, bro. Ben Simmons said, "Oh, y'all going in for the extra workout? Yeah,
every time,
every single time, right?"
But then complain that he ain't getting no hours.
They complain, bro. They like the niggas I'm working with at work. They go home at 12, damn near every day, bro. Nigga, I was here till 7. I had 2 patients. I stretched it to 12 hours. Hey man, we ain't getting no hours, nigga. They said at 12 who want to go home. Your head was up before she finished the sentence.
Exactly.
Yep. Like and Ben Simmons is a nigga who clearly can go back because Joel can't go back.
Joel cannot go back.
Joel can't go back.
Dog, it was gonna be basketball, soccer, something. He can't go back. Though.
He was finna do
swimming. That nigga said, "I'm getting out of here, nigga."
I can't go back. Joel said he cannot go back. Seth can go back, but Seth don't want to go back because he ain't trying to get ass. Why his brother in the league and he not? That nigga made himself into a starting NBA guard.
He knows what turmeric tastes like. He don't want to go back.
Hey, Ben Simmons said, "Hey,
that nigga Dame Lillard, bro, can't go back, bro.
Can't go back.
That nigga said, "Nah, I'm not going back."
Dame definitely can't go back. Nah.
Dame can't go back. Like you can tell the niggas that can't go back.
Hey, Draymond Green, I hate the way that nigga game is, but that nigga can't go back.
Go back.
He's not going still back. Here.
That nigga couldn't wait. Nigga almost broke his head signing that contract.
We need a top 5 can't go back squad. The starting 5 of the can't go back, bro.
Ooh,
nigga, point guard Russell Westbrook can't go back, bro. Won't go back, bro.
Russ definitely can't go. Hey, Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler can't go back.
Nah, he can't go back. All I know in the post, I got Montrezl Harrell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Pat Bev can't go back.
He coming off the bench, bro. He definitely
can't go back.
He definitely can't go back, bro. Fucking Pat Bev.
Who else can't? James Johnson can't go back.
Oh no.
That nigga, he on the Nets right now. I looked up, I said he on the Nets. That's a nigga that can't go back. He gonna find a way to keep his job in the league. That nigga can't go back, bro.
Hey, I know some niggas who can't. Tony Snell can go back the way that nigga with 26 minutes and no stats, bro. That nigga Tony Snell, he can go back, bro. He don't give a fuck, bro.
Hey, Bobby Portis can't go back.
Hey, Bobby Portis. Hey, the way that nigga was playing in the finals, you know he can't go back, bro.
He refused. Nigga went to Arkansas. He ain't going back, bro.
No, the Raptors lost Kawhi, and Siakam was like, "I got this." He on the team too.
Yeah,
Siakam on the team.
Low key, Kyle Lowry too.
Yeah.
Oh man, I hate giving that nigga props, but yeah, that nigga Eric Bledsoe on 2K, bro, 2K19. He's definitely top 5. Can't go back. You can't get past that nigga to save your life. That nigga got the strength of a fucking pit bull on that game. Hate that nigga.
Joe Hogan said, Bobby Portis said that he imagined someone killed his entire family before games to get amped up.
Hey, you can see it in his eyes.
Hey, what you got to say? When it's real, you can tell. You see it in his eyes.
See it in their eyes, bro. That nigga ain't lying,
is a maniac.
That nigga be looking. He got the crazy eye, bro. Nigga, hey, he broke Nikola Mirotic's face, and that nigga went back. I think, hey, I can go back.
No, he's like, nah, these Arkansas boys different. I can't do this.
Who's some football niggas that can't go back? Damn. Only one I can think of in baseball is Tim Anderson.
Oh yeah.
Because he's from Tuscaloosa, ain't
he? Yeah, he's from Tuscaloosa.
Yeah, he can't go back.
Football niggas.
Hey,
Lamar Jackson can't go back, bro.
Yeah, Lamar can't go. Frank Gore was Frank Gore played for 20. Frank Gore boxing now. That nigga rammed his head into a wall for basically 20 years against pro players, and now that nigga boxing. He doing everything he can not to go back. And his son could potentially hit the league. He's still like, nah, we ain't taking no chances, baby.
No,
You blow your ACLs like I did mine. We gonna get this boxing money. But I can't go back.
The Giants drafted Kadarius Toney from the infamous Blunt High School in Mobile. If you know anything about Blunt High School, none of them can go back. Nah.
Hey, that nigga was wilding the other day, bro. That nigga Kadarius Toney. Yeah,
hey, DeMarcus Cousins can't go back either.
Nah.
Oh yeah, no, DeMarcus Cousins. As many times as he done fucked up an Achilles, ACL, whatever, he's back. He said, "Nah, I'm not going back, bro." I'm
not gonna lie, man. The funniest thing I've seen in my life is, so at UA frat parties, they used like all the frat parties would hire like the same security. Like it was the security guard. He was like probably like all of 5'6" with a bald head, and the nigga went by Cookie. He was like a dental hygienist. I'm not making this up. So Boogie climbs through the window of this frat party. He's like, man, I pay for this shit. So his tall ass climbs through the window. Cookie like looks him in his chest. He's like, nigga, get out. And Boogie is like, do you know who I am? Like he pulled out the taser and like he like sparks it up. He's like, nigga, get out. And then Boogie climbed out through the window. He's like, my bad, man. I don't want no problems. So I don't know, man. That made me look.
Hey, Cookie couldn't go back.
Yeah, Cookie couldn't go back.
He was a dental hygienist, but he clearly needed that security money. Cookie wasn't going back.
Cookie also maced me once because he thought I was somebody else. And then he was like, my bad, big dog. I thought you were somebody else. I was like, nigga, you maced me though.
Hey, the Portland Trailblazers of the early 2000s might have been the most can't go back team of all time.
Bro, over the fucking Nah, I don't know. You got the 90s Heat, the 90s Knicks.
Bro, y'all niggas had Bonzi Wells, Rasheed Wallace, and Zach Randolph, bro. None of them niggas go back.
We got some goons, bro. But hold on, what about the Pacers, bro? You got fucking Steven Jackson, Ron Artest, Jermaine
O'Neal.
Like them niggas was wilding for respect. They was in the stands letting niggas know, hey, I'm not going back, nigga.
And they almost got sent back because of that.
hey, the number one all time can't go back NBA player, Michael Jordan, bro. He's not going back, bro. That nigga,
it ain't even that he couldn't go back. He just wasn't going back.
He wasn't, bro. That nigga said,
I think it's like, yeah, we gotta differentiate between I'm not going back, the can't go back. Hey, nah, you know who can't go back, Ronnie? Your man Ingram.
Yeah.
He ain't going back to Kingston.
Nah.
He ain't going back there. He like, nah, I made it out, baby. We good. We here.
Like we knew he couldn't go back when he chose Duke. He was like, hey man, they got them sanctions over there. I gotta get out of here.
Hey. Yeah. We might have to like next time do the I'm not going. I refuse to go back all star because when you can't go back, it's a little. When you just don't want to go back, nigga. Michael Jordan was like, nigga, I'm in Chi-Town, baby. I ain't going back to Wilmington.
Said, nigga, I'm gambling, smoking cigars, drinking this hen dog before the game. Nigga, I'm here. I'm gambling with the security guards. Nigga, who gonna make me get out?
Like, yeah, nah, nigga, no, nigga, I'm not going. Why? Why would I do that? Because Steph Curry wasn't going back. That nigga takes to the NBA. He was like, I'm not going back. I like it here. I'm just not going back. Because Dale got money. Probably a little less now that, his wife leaving him. But,
cold game. Dale, wish he could go back.
I wish you could do one like this for hip hop, but almost all them Lils can't go back.
Yeah.
It's a little bit easier there. Yeah, we might have to come up with a football list for next time for the niggas that can't go back. But all right, we got anything else?
Also, I want to shout this out too. So I just want to shout out the not only the Chicago Sky, but also all of the WNBA teams that made it to the playoffs and were on this journey. If you missed it, like, man, this is because I'm not gonna lie, like I'm a real WNBA head. Like I watch a game here or there, but I watched like a lot more of the playoffs this time around, and this was a fantastic playoff run. So yeah, the between the yeah, between Phoenix and LA, like that last game was like fucking phenomenal. The finals between Chicago Sky
Games
and
two,
Phoenix.
games two
Yeah,
and four of the finals were like some of the best basketball games that I've seen in a while.
exactly. So yeah, man. Just shout out to all the ladies who did that thing this year. Shout out to CP3. Shout out to Courtney Vandersloot. Shout out to all of them. Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Kansas Parker. I know you never see this, but give a short nigga a chance. Looked at Sheldon Williams for however long.
You let that nigga hit. I know I look better than that nigga.
Let that nigga Sheldon bone.
I know a little better.
Like I'm 34 and his forehead was bigger than mine when he was 18.
Yeah.
Man, he a Duke nigga, but nah, bro. You can't do that, Candace. You don't do that.
And he had the nerve, and he had the nerve to leave her. I don't get it,
bro. You it's only getting worse for you, bro. It's only getting worse.
I can't imagine that it hasn't gotten worse. Like his life has had to have hit a staunch turning point since that decision.
I agree. There's
like,
no way.
This nigga was playing for the Kings, man. Who he played for in his NBA career? Because now I have to see this.
I think he got drafted by the Hawks, but yeah, he
2 years in Atlanta, 2 years in Sacramento, then Minnesota, Boston, Denver, New York, and New Jersey.
Oh, the good old journeyman.
And then he was in he was playing French basketball in 2013.
I was about to say, like Shaq said, ni hao, ni hao.
That motherfucker might not have been good enough to go play over in China, even though Jimmer averaging like 75 a game over there.
That nigga Jimmer gonna be the next nigga to get a statue over there and some shoes. Nigga over there going crazy.
Hey, if you can do it, a billion people over there.
Yeah.
Get that motherfucking bread. Jimmer clearly couldn't go back either. That nigga went all the way to China to avoid going back.
That nigga
I can't go back to Utah.
Hey, you know who couldn't go back but ended up having to go back? That nigga Stephon Marbury's cousin, Sebastian Telfair.
Sebastian Telfair.
Oh, yeah, Bassy.
He shouldn't have went back.
Nah.
But he ended up going back.
Nah.
Didn't he get caught with some guns?
I think so.
Yeah, I think
Jimmer wasn't going back to Utah. I think Jimmer was from New York though.
Yeah, he was.
Damn, but Stephon Marbury.
New York at that.
It's
yeah, because
is he in jail, bro?
Yeah. Sebastian, I think Sebastian is in prison. Yeah.
Damn. But I had a whole ESPN special on this. Now I thought he was about to be the coldest nigga fucking coming out of high school.
Bro, that documentary was so cold. It had you thinking this nigga was about to be the truth.
But yeah, and they and I think what ESPN was trying to do was trying to find the next fucking LeBron.
Right,
but it wasn't that nigga, bro.
Him and DeJuan Wagner were two niggas I thought was next.
It wasn't DeJuan Wagner's fault though. I can't.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
Yeah, but yeah, I definitely thought he was next up.
Like, and his son is on his way through like the collegiate ranks right now, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Sebastian Telfair got 3.5 years in 2019.
It's wild to say this, but he might have fucked up not going to Louisville to play for Patino for a year.
Mm-hmm.
Because that definitely would have helped develop him. Yeah, Sean Livingston ended up with a good career at him.
Yeah.
Joe said Sean Livingston was supposed to be next too, and then that knee.
Yeah, Dookie in spirit, Sean Livingston. So yeah, I'm glad that the latter half of his career, being a role player turned out really well because you could see the glimpses there if he never got hurt because he was gonna be rare.
DeJuan Wagner Jr. is the #1 basketball recruit in the country for the class of 2023. So maybe he will come to collect on what his father could not. Would be wild to see him playing with LeBron when it was supposed to be LeBron and DeJuan Wagner. See, Cleveland didn't fuck up not giving him a running mate. DeJuan Wagner just got sick.
Yeah.
No, I mean, and then there was Ricky Davis.
Ricky Davis, like, I thought y'all drafted Brun to give me more weapons.
Bro, all them niggas was talking crazy. Darius Miles was talking crazy about Bron. Hey, Ricky Davis, bro, he has a dunk where he kicked the nigga in the forehead, bro. That's like one of the greatest dunks I ever seen. But then he also has a play where he shot it at the wrong rim to get a triple double because that nigga's just that nasty, bro.
And then they didn't even give it to him.
Yeah.
Joe Cole brings up a great point. Bronny and DeJuan Wagner Jr. might be cold. Yeah, that might end up happening on some team. You might see LeBron James Jr. and DeJuan Wagner Jr., which just makes me feel old as fuck.
Yeah, I feel so old, bro.
Like I saw Joey Porter Jr. and Asante Samuel Jr. I saw their names on sport. I was like, yeah, nah, nigga, I'm old as fuck.
Bruh.
Frank Gore Jr.
Patrick Surtain the second. Like
nigga, why? And Tom Brady's still out here playing one of the Super Bowls. Yeah, nah, man. Nah. But anyways, we will catch y'all next time. Joey Public texted me. He was on his way to a Halloween party.
He be somewhere everywhere, man.
I'm shocked this Halloween party's happening this week when Halloween falls on the weekend.
Right.
But I stay in the house, so don't mind me. Fee, you got anything to plug?
Nah. I'll be back more consistent on Twitch now that I'm going back to not traveling. So just look for me.
Fee obviously could go back.
Fee obviously can go back.
He could go back.
Yeah, I could go back.
Hey, but earlier, he nigga said he need to go back to the slums. He was like, I ain't going back.
Oh, yeah, they was talking about moving. Like, come back today. And nah, I'm never, not to live, like, bro. Never.
Dayton ain't a can't go back. Dayton's just a I'm not going back. I'm cool. Understand if I find myself back in Dayton, I either found a really good job or some really good coochie done got a hold of me. If you ever see me back living in the 937, something drastic has happened. Ronnie, you got anything to plug? You doing 7 podcasts a week now?
Yeah, 7 podcasts a week for 3 summers. But yeah, so we dropped Why the Last Man because it's terrible, but now we're recapping Succession. So stay on the lookout for that. So yeah, we're doing Succession now, and if you want Succession, check it out.
Yeah, I thought about getting into Succession, but I just oh man, I know what I wanted to tell y'all about. Our Complex, you know, they be doing that little brackets things or whatever. Mm-hmm. They had a Ghostface Killer on there doing the best storytelling tracks of all time. I think he had he had AJ's favorite track off of Stillmatic on there as the #1 track of all time, the #1 storytelling track over
Rewind.
Yeah, over I Got a Story to Tell, Stan, Impossible. I
don't hate Rewind. That was Joe. Joe hates Rewind.
Oh, that was Joe. My fault. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I wish I would have pulled up the bracket.
Did he have R.A. the Rugged Man on there?
Come on, man. Come on, man.
And on that note, I forgot all about that nigga, bro.
So did I. Now I gotta think about fucking R.A. the Rugged Man bars as I get ready to lay it down.
Oh man,
ridiculous. But all right, we out this motherfucker. We'll be back next week, same bat time, same bat channel. Check out on last week's episode. They are doing Succession. When is y'all little surprise thing dropping, Ron?
It's in the works. That's all I can say. Like, just know that it's coming soon, but I can't say anything more than that.
We're trying to convince Court and Ryan to jump back on Don't Call It a Podcast to talk shit about UAB moving to the American Athletic Conference so they can torture Memphis again. Court was threatening to fight people outside of Waffle House, which was extremely hilarious. But yeah, more stuff coming soon. But yeah, shouts out to the people who are watching. Shouts to Joe Ho. Joe, I don't know if you got any projects coming, but feel free to promote them. But yeah, we'll be back next week. Till next time. 1. Devontae
2,
Graham is
3,
still trash.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.